Hi everyone, and welcome back to Beam. I'm Regina, and today I will be showing you all how to program your Mbot, which you all have been waiting for. Yay! So for the instructors, there is an accompanying guide that has some optional questions that you can pose. But let's just get into it then. So as a prerequisite, there are 3 things that you need to have ready before this video. First thing is a fully wired Mbot. So there should be 4 things wired. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a video that will tell you how to wire everything if that wasn't done properly. And also, don't worry if you're not sure if it's wired right. Inside of this video, we will go over steps and how to fix maybe miswires. So don't worry about it too much. Second thing you need is your USB cord, so that you can connect from your Mbot to your computer. And the third thing that you need is Mblock, so that you can program. And then you can upload the code with the wire and then to the Mbot. So those are the 3 things you need. Hopefully you have that ready. If not, feel free to pause the video and we can continue after that. Cool. So first we will connect your Mbot to your computer. So you have the USB cord, and you plug it into the USB port, which should be on the right if you have the make block sign facing you. So you plug it in, and you plug the other side, the USB part, into somewhere in your computer. So we open up Unblock, and it should look something like this. If it doesn't look something like this, you can go to File and New, and it will create a new project for you. So now you can feel free to rename your project to anything you like so that we can save it. And we don't need anything existing, so we can just delete it. So we can delete this device, and we can delete this panda. And since we're programming an Mbot, we should go to devices and add an Mbot device. And of course, at any point, remember to save. So you can go to File, either save if you are logged in, or you can go to File, Save to Computer, and you can save to Mbot or something, and then you can press Save. And from now on, at any point through this tutorial, you can go ahead and save to computer at any point and save over it. Other setup needed. Under mode, make sure that it is under upload. That is the right mode we want. Just because our blocks will be different if you use live. So make sure you change to upload. And then second of all, you can connect to your device. So you press connect. And now you're ready to upload any code once you've taken the code out. Before we continue, I just want to tell you that to leave your Mbot upside down, you can either put it on the table upside down, or you can hold it upside down. The reason why we don't want you to accidentally leave it right side up is because if you leave it right side up and it starts because you turn it on, it might run to the floor, and if it runs to the floor, it might break, and that wouldn't be good. So first, what we'll be doing is we'll be making it so that the robot moves forward just a little bit, just to make sure that it's wired properly. So just like before, when the Mbot starts up, then it will move forward for a little bit. Cool. To upload, make sure, first of all, just as a reminder, make sure that the Mbot is upside down. Don't put the wheels on the table, otherwise it's going to fall. Then you have to turn it on before it will upload properly. So where the turn on button is if you make the make block facing you, then it will be on the left side. So this little switch thingy on the bottom, it might start moving. So make sure it's upside down. So now turn it on, and you can press upload. Now you can all test it. You can unplug it, put it on the floor, test it if you want. But this will happen when the Mbot starts. So you need to turn it off and turn it on again. So if you turn it off and turn it on again, you'll see that it moved for a second, right? It did its job, hopefully. Note that if your Mbot went backwards, that means that your wiring, your motor wiring, remember these like black and white thingies? They're probably switched. You probably wired the left one to the right one and the right one to the left one. So you can just unplug them and just switch them. Not a big deal. Should be pretty simple. If there are any other issues, refer to your person. Yeah. Awesome. So we got the Mbot to move for a little bit. So that's super exciting. But now we want to test whether the ultrasonic sensor works. So ultrasonic sensor, what it does is it measures the distance from something in front. So it's like the eyeballs, right? So what we want to do is, just like before, we want to make it so that the Mbot moves until it senses a wall. And then if it senses a wall within maybe 50 centimeters, we make it stop. So how would you say that you move forward for that long? What you can do is, just like before, we have the forever loop. So if we make it so that if we put the forever around the move forward, what do you think will happen? Yeah, it will probably move forward. But we want it to stop if there is something within 50 centimeters, right? So just like before, we can do if something is within 50 centimeters, then we want the Mbot to not move. So the opposite of that is it only moves if there's not something within 50 centimeters, right? Yeah, so if you read this from top to bottom, it says forever if the ultrasonic sensor senses something farther than 50 centimeters away, then you move forward. So that means it stops if it's within 50 centimeters. So we can go ahead and try uploading that and see if that works. Like before, make sure that the wheels are not on the table when you upload. So hold it upside down or put it on the table upside down and then upload. Cool. And now I'm just gonna proof of concept this, and if it sees something, then it stops. If it doesn't, it continues. Yay! Hopefully yours worked as well. If not, refer to your mentor person for help. But basically, it's probably a port issue, and we can switch that easily. For this next part, what we'll be doing is, rather than just stopping when the Mbot sees a wall, it will turn left instead. So in order to do that, you can take a minute to think about how you can do that, right? So what you can do is, basically what that means is, if the wall is within 50 centimeters, then you turn left. If it is not within 50 centimeters, then it continues moving forward, right? So because it sounds like that, we can probably use an if-else statement. So if the wall is not within 50 centimeters, then it will move forward, right? And if the wall is within 50 centimeters, then we turn left. So yes, that is what we're thinking of doing. Remember, like before, when you upload the code, make sure to have the Mbot upside down. Always remember that. And you can go ahead and upload and try to see if it works. If you've looked around, you might have noticed that there are two different move forwards, right? So there's a move forward for 1 second, and then there's a move forward for who knows how long. So basically what this move forward does is that it moves forward. It tells the Mbot to move forward until it is told not to move forward. So if it is told to turn left instead, then it will turn left. Otherwise, it will just continue moving forever. So what do you think would happen if we replaced this move forward for 1 second with just move forward? What will happen is that rather than just moving forward in 1 second increments, it will move forward until the wall is exactly 50 centimeters away. So it will be more precisely 50 centimeters away from the obstacle. You can test that out. Make sure when you upload that your Mbot is upside down because we don't want it running off the table, right? So after testing it out, there's actually the same idea for turn left. So rather than just turning left for a whole second, which might be pretty long, we can tell it to turn left until another instruction is called. So it's actually under the move forward, and we can change it to turn left. So the benefit of doing just turn left rather than turn left for 1 second is that the Mbot can just turn until there is no obstacle in front. So say that the Mbot, there's an obstacle just a little bit to the right of it, and if you call turn left for 1 second, then it will just turn left a whole second, and it will be completely away from the obstacle. But if we did turn left until there is no obstacle within 50 centimeters, then it will just turn up just a little bit until there's no obstacle, and it will move like that. So if you are to want to further program the Mbot, you'll probably be using a lot of these move forward without the for 1 second. But hopefully that gave you a pretty good overall view as to how to program an Mbot. We will be sending out a guide. There's a PDF guide, probably linked in this description, that has an overall view of blocks you can use to program the Mbot. And then also we will be going over a little bit of what possible things you can do with the robot.